Hi, you're watching Video 101, What Does a Video Cost? And I'm John Crossman. Today we're continuing our discussion about pre-production and specifically about talent. Now I view talent in three ways. One is narration, where you pay someone to come and read the script. They have a nice voice, they can read clearly, they can speak clearly, which is more of an issue than you might understand. Being able to deliver a script cleanly is a talent, and the best in the business that I use do it for a living. They may be newscasters or broadcasters, but they're used to reading copy. They're used to giving good inflection and good interpretation of a script, and so you may pay for someone to narrate it. Narration, probably minimally you're looking at a couple $100 all the way up to thousands of dollars, depending on how long your script is. They are paid based on the length of the project. Maybe roughly the words. I mean, if you've got a 20-minute piece and the narrator just does an introductory 20 seconds and a 20 seconds at the end, you're not going to pay for a 20-minute voiceover. But most projects are, a combination of voiceover and interviews and video action, and so if there's narration on every page, it will add up. I've done 3 or 4 minute videos where they were completely narration, and those were around $600 to have a good voiceover person read those in this market. I've done a 9-minute video, which actually also was all voiceover, and I got bids from around the country for that, and they ranged anywhere from around that $600 to $800 range all the way up to I think $3,500 to read the same script. And so different people will charge you different prices. That's why you kind of shop around, and that's why you have to have a completed script before you book anybody, because they will base their fee on your script and how much narration or how long the project really is. So the second kind of talent is talent that you pay to be on camera. In other words, actors. Now, the last time I was researching a project, doing my pre-production diligence, a person that was on camera but didn't say anything was around $700 a day. This will vary probably pretty widely depending on where you are. If you're in New York, Chicago, or LA, you're probably paying more than that. If you're in a smaller market, you'd be paying less than that probably. But that's what a non-speaking part is. If someone is saying a few lines like, hey, how you doing, or you're actually using their chatter, it might be a couple $100 more. If there's someone that's actually going to be a spokesperson for your company that's talking to the camera and is narrating that spot, that little clip, you might be spending $1,500 a day or more, because they have to, learn the lines, they have to memorize them so they can play them back. Now, another thing that you should consider is that if you're doing a project and you're going to have an on-camera talent and you really want them to be reading, you'll have to have a teleprompter probably. And most talent that I've worked is pretty good. Teleprompters have come a long way. They're easier to use, and most people are pretty good at reading off a teleprompter. So that's paid on-camera talent. And then the third kind of talent is talent that I would say is indigenous to your client's venue. So if you're at a factory, that's the people that work in the factory. If you're doing an interview with the founder or the CEO or CFO or whatever, these are people that are not going to pay you to be on camera. I did a series of grocery store training back in the day, and sometimes they would use talent, but generally they were pretty cost conscious, and so they would use people that worked in that department and just arrange a night when we could come in, and they already had the uniform. We just needed cover of them doing what they should be doing in the department. And so we might actually have some extras that, pretend to be customers so that we get some interaction. But that talent was often either paid overtime or given some special spiff, movie tickets or certificate for dinner or something nice in exchange for that. So you may have to pay that kind of talent or somehow compensate them, but it's not usually an expensive thing. And this is what you do in pre-production, is figure out the different kinds of talent you're going to need in your shoot to tell the story of your video. You're watching What Does Video Cost? Part of the 101 Video 101 series. My name is John Crossman. In our next video, we'll talk about the crew and how that works in pre-production in you hiring a crew that you'll need to do your project. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.